So I went in and they discovered that I had polyhydramnios, which is a very serious condition. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I will be giving you guys my 11th week pregnancy update. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to follow along with this pregnancy. I'm doing weekly updates. It's been really exciting and really fun to share so far what's been going on. I also have tons and tons of videos on frugal living, simple living, decluttering, tons of parenting and motherhood tips. So please be sure to subscribe, click the bell notification button if you want to be notified when my videos go live. That is the only way to make sure that YouTube shows you my videos. Without further ado, let's get it on with this video. So before we get started, please drop me a comment and let me know what has been the craziest pregnancy symptom that you have ever had any trimester. I really want to find out some crazy, insane, weird pregnancy symptoms. This past week, my new pregnancy symptom has been like extreme congestion, just like can't breathe through my nose, especially at night. So I've been using this like menthol cream kind of on top of my nostrils before I go to bed so that I can actually like breathe through my nose while I'm sleeping. And this happens with all my pregnancies, so it's not anything unusual. But yeah, this is welcome to the 11th week new symptom that I have. Also, baby's the size of a fig now. Now figs are not in season yet, so I don't have a fig to show you guys, but you can imagine what a fig looks like. Now another symptom that I've been having ever since my hyperemesis gravidarum diagnosis is actually pregnancy insomnia. Now this is like the first pregnancy that I've had it, at least like this bad. I can't really sleep at night, so I make sure I go to bed when I'm really exhausted, and then I wake up kind of like really early. So yeah, like pregnancy insomnia seems to be a thing that's happening, even though I'm extremely tired during the day, so that doesn't really help. Also, if you do want to see my video where I talk about my hyperemesis gravidarum diagnosis, I'll put it up in the cards now, so please be sure to check that out. I have continued with extreme nausea and vomiting this week, but I have been able to get hydrated, so I haven't been needing to take Zofran that I was prescribed for hyperemesis gravidarum. So yeah, that's update on that. But yeah, the insomnia makes my fatigue even worse. I kind of also enjoy insomnia to some degree because I can get a lot of work done, which is really fun and good for me, because the first couple months I was just like barely getting through the day, not really able to do much, even in terms of like just keeping the house as clean and as organized as I normally have it. So actually in my 9th week update, I'll put it up in the cards now, but I talked about getting the non-invasive prenatal testing done, and I did have that blood draw done, but the results have not come in yet. And I'm sure like they already have the results, they just haven't like sent them over to the portal. I'm checking every day, several times a day, the portal where the results will go up, and so far they're not there. But I am meeting with my doctor and I have an ultrasound, a nuchal translucency ultrasound next week, so I hope by then for sure I will know the results. So please stay tuned and subscribe for me finding out the gender of this baby next week. Like I'm sure by next update I will know who we're having, if it's a boy or a girl, and that's so exciting. Like I literally can't wait. And of course, like all the genetic abnormalities, I really like to get all stuff out of the way as early as I can, like just to be aware like what's coming. I'm really excited for my scan next week. It's also like scans are always kind of nerve-wracking for me a little bit, because something is a little off. I always kind of worry before I get scanned. So yeah, in my experience, something always happens. Like with my first pregnancy, for example, we were set to give birth in the birth center. I was having regular ultrasounds. Everything was going great until I went for my 32-week ultrasound, which was not even really mandatory. It's just something that the ultrasound doctor suggested. He said like, oh, recommended 32-week repeat ultrasound. So I went like, because I'm the type of person that just always likes to have all the information I can possibly have. about everything. And so I went in, and they discovered that I had polyhydramnios, which is a very serious condition. It's when there's too much amniotic fluid, and there's a bunch of risks to the baby with this condition, especially if you go into labor naturally and your water breaks in like an uncontrolled environment. This can be really basically fatal to the baby. So we had to transfer care to the hospital with like hospital doctors, professionals. Like giving birth in a birth center was no longer an option. I had to be induced 2 weeks earlier. Like basically it was a whole big thing that was discovered at that ultrasound, and then I had to have a bunch of repeat ultrasounds after that to like make sure everything is okay, keeping an eye on the baby. I do have videos about my polyhydramnios. I have my polyhydramnios pregnancy story and my birth story, so I'll link that up in the cards, and I'll also link it down below. I did go into a lot of details about that, like how that all came about. But yeah, so that happened with my first pregnancy. And then in my second pregnancy, also during the anatomy scan, during the 20-week anatomy scan, they discovered that one of his kidneys was actually double the size of the other. And so again, I had to have a bunch of like repeat ultrasounds, and they were monitoring his kidney, and then it kind of just resolved on its own. But again, like it was something that could have potentially been a problem for the baby, and they had to keep an eye on it. And so I had to have a whole bunch of additional ultrasounds. So in my experience, ultrasounds are a little bit scary and nerve-wracking just because of this. If you want to watch my polyhydramnios pregnancy story and my polyhydramnios birth story, they will be in the cards throughout the video and also down below in the description bar. And I think I also have a playlist. It's called Birth Series, so all my birth stories, they're all there. So please be sure to check them out if you guys want to just know more about what kind of went on with us. But yeah, for my first pregnancy, I remember doing so much research and not wanting to give birth in the hospital, and just wanting to be with a birth center and kind of away from the hospital setting. And in the end, that was not even an option for us, basically. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm a little bit apprehensive about all the scans and things like that, and I always go into them like mentally preparing myself that something is gonna turn out to be not exactly right. In terms of nausea, vomiting, like I said, I have continued on this week. I'm really hoping for some relief from nausea and vomiting in the second trimester. But normally during the day, like I feel okay. It's just the evenings are really brutal. But I kind of like get myself ready for that mentally for the evenings. So far, not much gym time again, because again, evenings are my gym times, and I'm really nauseous in the evenings. So it's very hard to like go to the gym and work out when I'm like attached to the toilet bowl throwing up. So yeah, that's why I'm really excited for my second trimester to come and for everything that's coming. So please be sure to subscribe to follow along, and this is it for today's update. Please drop me a comment with your craziest pregnancy symptoms. I would really love to find out. I've heard of some very interesting pregnancy symptoms, so I'd like to find out more. And also, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps with my channel and the algorithm and all that kind of good YouTube stuff. So I'll see you guys in my next update. Bye.
It's not for me to say you love. It's not for me to say you